I like the way you look up there.
I want to sing too now. That was a fun game.
Get it?
Go, man.
According to our maps, we were more than halfway there. My hands were frozen into claws around the climbing rope. The cold was crawling into my legs, biting me through my clothes, and I just knew that if I let go, I'd fight all the way back down the mountain to New York. Shivering in the cold, I opened my eyes, and all there was that rope, disappearing into the blizzard. Let me take you back 3 years. I was working for Sam Carver, putting up posters for his speeches. Sam Carver, adventurer extraordinaire, has seen all known continents of the world. Now, Mr. Carver said that Americans had a right to everything to the west of us. He called it manifest destiny, and I just couldn't get it out of my head like it was a hymn to the Lord, and Sam was the mouth of God saying, "Go west, my son, go west." So when he said he was going to California, I told him I was the kind of woodsman that could chop down a tree with a stick and a sharp rock. Hell, I could start a fire with a piece of wood and some wet moss, you see. I grew up in the mountains of Kentucky, where just breathing is like pulling a tornado into your lungs and spitting out the debris. Sunset is like all the gunpowder in the world going off in reverse on the horizon. Mr. Carver said that sunsets in California were like the Pacific closing its eyes. And when he talked, the distances collapsed until China could have been as close as Baltimore. And he talked all the way from the eastern seaboard, shrinking the Great Plains into a patch of dirt under our feet. According to our maps, we were more than halfway there when Sam said that God spoke to him, told him to turn south. Turn south. And some of us thought we was going the wrong way, especially when we started climbing that mountain, but he just kept repeating south. We've got to go south. And I trusted that man as long as I still had teeth in my head. Then there was that rope disappearing into the blizzard. Manuel yelled back through the snow, "Richard, there's blood coming out of my shoes!" And I ripped off his boots, and his feet were rotting from the bottom up, burnt black like firewood with coals glowing in the center. He asked us to shoot him right there, but a Christian man can't kill no one. So we built him a fire and just left him. I was leaning back on the rope, pulling Johnson up an ice shelf. He was about as useful as a bag of dead rats. But when he came up over the lip, his leg snapped. I ran up to Carver and said, "Charles' leg damn near broke off." And all he said was, "Well, you'll have to get it put back on when we get to California." And the meat ran out. I caught myself staring at the nabs and lay down in the snow. I'd never been so hungry. And when Sam smiled, I saw the gates I have been clanging shut. And he said, "Wanted us to eat, wanted us to have this," and we bit into his raw and frozen thighs, and his blood tasted like every single word of manifest destiny spit out. The howl from the devil. The last thing I saw before I passed out was Carver, heading west with 2 human legs slung over his shoulder. He was just whistling, walking to California.